Imagine a ship in the middle of the ocean. It has a strong hull. It has powerful sails. It is fully stocked with food and water, but it has no captain, and it has no map. The wind blows and the ship moves, but it does not move towards a destination. It just drifts. It survives the storms, only to drift again. Days turn into years. The wood begins to rot. The sails begin to fade, and eventually the ship sinks, having never reached a port, having never delivered its cargo, having never fulfilled its design. This ghost ship is you. You have energy, you have talent, you have time, but you wake up every morning and you just drift. You react to life. You go to work because you have to. You scroll through your phone to kill time. You wait for the weekend. You wait for something to happen. You feel a deep, aching emptiness in your chest, a quiet desperation. You tell yourself, I am just confused. I am just waiting for inspiration. No, you are not confused. You are purposeless. And in the Stoic view, a human being without a purpose is against nature. It is a tragedy. Seneca, the great Roman philosopher, gave the ultimate diagnosis for your condition. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. You are waiting for a lucky break, a favorable wind. But because you have no port, even the best wind is useless to you. It just pushes you faster to nowhere. Today, on Philostrion, we are going to put a captain at the wheel. We are going to explore the Stoic art of purpose. We are going to stop drifting and start steering. Law number 1, stop looking for your purpose. The biggest lie modern society told you is that your purpose is something you find, like a set of lost keys, like a hidden treasure under a rock. You think that one day you will be walking down the street and a lightning bolt will hit you, and suddenly you will know, I was born to be a musician, or I was born to be a CEO. This is a fairy tale. It keeps you passive. It keeps you waiting. The Stoics did not believe in finding purpose. They believed in acting in accordance with nature. Purpose is not a noun. It is a verb. It is something you build. It is something you decide. Musonius Rufus taught that a human being is like a tool. A hammer is made to hit nails. A knife is made to cut. What is a human made for? We are made for rational action and social duty. Your purpose is not a specific job title. Your purpose is to be excellent in whatever you are doing right now. Do not sit on the couch waiting for a divine calling. Pick a direction, any direction, and start walking. The path reveals itself only to those who are in motion. You forge your purpose through trial, through error, and through the heat of effort. The iron does not become a sword by waiting. It becomes a sword by being hammered. Stop looking. Start building. Law number 2, listen to your physis, nature. While you cannot find a job title, you can observe your own nature. The Stoics believe that every being has a unique constitution. Why are you trying to be an accountant if you have the soul of an artist? Why are you trying to be a public speaker if you have the temperament of a monk? You are fighting your own grain. Epictetus advised his students to examine their own capacities. Ideally, we should all be philosophers, but if you have the body of a wrestler, do not neglect it. Look at your childhood. Look at what you do when no one is watching. What comes easily to you that is hard for others? What topics can you read about for 10 hours without getting bored? Where does your mind wander when it is free? These are clues. These are the fingerprints of your nature. Your purpose is usually hiding in the things you are naturally drawn to, but which you have suppressed because they weren't cool or profitable. Stop trying to be who your parents wanted you to be. Stop trying to be who Instagram wants you to be. Align your arrow with the wind of your own talents. When you work against your nature, life is a struggle. When you work with your nature, life becomes art. Law number 3, ignore the prestige. Many of you feel lost because you are chasing someone else's definition of success. You think your purpose is to get rich. You think your purpose is to be famous. These are not purposes. These are side effects. And often, they are traps. The Stoics called these preferred indifference. It is nice to have them, but they are not the goal, telos, of life. If you make money your God, you will never have enough. If you make fame your God, you will be anxious every second. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man on earth. He had ultimate prestige, and yet he wrote in his journals about how empty it all was. Alexander the Great and his mule driver both died, and the same thing happened to both. Do not choose a path just because it looks impressive to your neighbors. Do not choose a career just because it pays well. If you climb the ladder of success only to realize it is leaning against the wrong wall, you have wasted your life. A humble life lived with deep purpose is infinitely superior to a prestigious life lived in hollowness. Ask yourself, if I could never tell anyone what I do, would I still want to do it? If the answer is no, it is not your purpose. It is your vanity. Law number 4. What is good for the bee? Here is the secret to purpose that no self-help guru tells you. Your purpose is not about you. The modern world tells you, follow your passion. Make yourself happy. This is narcissism, and it leads to depression. Because the self is a bottomless pit. You can never satisfy it. The Stoics knew that we are social animals. We are parts of a greater whole. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "What is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bee." True meaning is found in responsibility. True purpose is found in service. When you are depressed, it is usually because you are hyper-focused on yourself. My feelings, my problems, my future. Zoom out. Look at the suffering world. Where can you help? What problem can you solve? Whose burden can you lift? The moment you accept a responsibility greater than yourself, a family, a business, a community, a cause, the fog lifts. You don't have time to be lost when people are depending on you. You don't have time to be existential when the hive needs you. Stop asking, what can the world give me? Start asking, what can I give the world? That is where your purpose lives. Law number 5, the obstacle points the way. Sometimes you don't choose your purpose chooses you. And it usually chooses you in the form of a crisis. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust, found his purpose in the suffering of the concentration camp. His purpose became to survive and tell the story. To understand the human mind under pressure, look at your own life. Look at your deepest wounds. What have you suffered? What have you overcome? Your purpose is often hidden in your pain. If you overcame addiction, your purpose might be helping others get sober. If you overcame poverty, your purpose might be teaching financial literacy. If you survived abuse, your purpose might be protecting the vulnerable. The Stoic does not run from his scars. He uses them as a map. The obstacle is the way. Your struggle was not an accident. It was training. You went through the fire so you could carry the water to those who are still burning. Don't hide your past. Use it. It is your greatest asset. Law number 6. The clarifying power of death. You feel lost because you think you have time. You think you have time to figure it out. You think you have time to dabble. This illusion of immortality makes you lazy. Let's perform a dark exercise. Imagine you have exactly 1 year left to live, 365 days. The clock starts now. What becomes important? What becomes nonsense? Suddenly, that corporate job you hate seems ridiculous. Suddenly, holding grudges seems like a waste of energy. Suddenly, writing that book, or starting that project, or reconciling with your father becomes urgent. Death strips away the non-essential. It reveals what you truly care about. If you are confused about your purpose, it is because you are not consulting death. Ask the Reaper, if I die soon, what will I regret not doing? The answer to that question is your purpose. Do that thing, and do it now. You are not a ghost ship. You are a human being, endowed with reason and will. You were put on this earth for a brief, flickering moment. Do not insult the universe by drifting. You do not need to know the entire map. You just need to know the next coordinate. Pick a direction, accept a responsibility, shoulder a heavy load, serve the hive. The meaning of life is not something you find. It is something you create by acting with courage and virtue in the face of chaos. Grab the wheel. The ocean is vast. The storm is coming. But this time, you are the captain. Ascend.